Hello, everyone. I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War, Campaign 18, Week 1, Day 5. So today, of course, main thing we have going on, as well as all this weekend, though we'll be prioritizing it tonight, is Bounty Hunter. As far as the troop, it is okay, nothing too special. Creates some green and resummon itself most of the time, not even all the time. It creates 8 green gems and then summons 0 to 3 of itself. So either the max amount or none. So 25% of the chance it won't do anything, but most of the time it'll just resummon the rest of your team pretty much with itself. Of course, it itself cannot actually do damage other than skull, so it's going to be really tanky. At least you won't lose, but yeah, you're not going to use this beyond this week. You have obviously ogress and stuff like that. So there isn't really much of a use case to need this ever as a mana accumulator. There's a few other things that use green and kind of boost from green and stuff like that, but not enough so where I'd really see this being used without any other follow-up, given that its only other follow-up is summoning itself. It does have green link, I guess, though of course it itself does not use green, so if you're stuck with just a team of this, which would be very unlikely though, if they were to reach that point, all that green link isn't going into anything because you have no greens left. Very rarely that would you actually reach that point, but you definitely want to have like 2 other greens on your team if you're running this as like a proper thing. But of course, we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be running, having it all the way in last slot, doing nothing, as is pretty much every bounty ever. We're just going to speed through the first 19, get to the final fight. And you know what? You might actually triple the whole time. Didn't we mention last time, or someone mentioned, that if you do a tier 5, and you use 1 the entire time, you actually have enough to get through it all. Because I think we did that partially last time. And it worked out perfectly fine. So you know what? We will. We're going to go a tier 5, use 1 orb. And we're just going to use 3 troops the whole time. And that way we could just mana accumulate into like Stellarix or whatever we want to do. Tesla, whatever you have. Yeah, I think we're going to run it like that. Make it a little bit easier. Let me go max out this guy because obviously your amount of points is based on how ascended he is, as well as how ascended all your bounty hunter troops are. So let me go and get him to legendary. Use a blue orb to get him to max. Technically, that's all we have to do. Actually, we need to get to trait too. But technically, getting his first trait would then be all we'd have to do. But we'll get the link as well. I'm not sure if we'll really use green link much, but better than not having it. And of course, while it will make very little difference, we will also max level it. I don't believe this brings a star to anywhere. Where are you from? Magrim Woods? No, I don't think Magrim Woods gains anything from that. Well, it does, but, you know, it's stuck at 26 stars, as is pretty much every kingdom in the game. It is upgradable beyond that, but, you know, the 26 star issue that pretty much every kingdom has. No different there. Hopefully they'll change that in the future. Hopefully they'll start adding some more to those really lackluster kingdoms, though. There's still so many. Like, we have so many kingdoms stuck at 26, but we also have so many just at, like, absurdly low level. Like Volpacia at level 15, or sorry, power level 12. Level 15 is how high we have the thing upgraded. It's all the way at 12. And some other ones like Cinemirage, which was the last kingdom back when they were adding kingdoms, but then started adding kingdoms again. Like this one's still only at power level 19. Hasn't even reached 20 yet. Anyways. Alright, so yeah, let's focus on Bounty Hunter. We're gonna start with it, and we'll be doing it most of the stream. Or not most, but however far 24 sigils gets us. So last time we were running Ogress with Tesla and everything. Do we go Tesla again? Obviously, we replaced our Trickster for the new guy. I'll just type in Bounty. That should bring him up. I've already forget his name. Get him in there. So we could run this team. But I'm curious if Stellarix will be quicker. What if we drop Tigraki, which feels very dirty to do? But what if we drop that? Convert, like, Crystal. And go down that route into, you know what? The Stellarix. Unless they have some kind of convert, that won't really matter. Unless they have something that makes it so we can't run 1 damage source, we should be fine with this. And then we just change our banner accordingly to brown. That's it? Brown-green, I guess? Because we already have green in the other color. Like a +2 brown, +1 green, -1 anything. I guess we'll minus red. Which feels weird given that it normally has Tigraki. But it should be a 24 times point team. And we should be able to run this the entire time without ever changing off of it. Ruby's the quickest. Is it, though? Because Ruby has a higher mana cost than Stellarix. Ruby's a mana cost of, relatively, 56 compared to 32. Assuming we're mana accumulating for all at once. Chris Turtle does make that slightly less so, though. But when casting Ogress, we could drop Chris Turtle for something else. For, like, more Link. Because does Ogress explode enough mana? Is the question. Because, yeah, if we're running Chris Turtle, Rubraf does get up quicker. But if we drop Chris Turtle for, like, another Link... What do we have under bounty these days? What's under, like, mana accumulation, but, not mana accumulation? I can't do bounty and mana Link at the same time, can I? Like, I want a different green or brown Link, like you. Create 9 green gems and enchant an ally. Give me that. We're going down this weird route, I think. This allows us to +2/+2, or sorry, +2/+3 Ogress. Then we cast it, get full Stellaryx, and go from there. With Titan? Well, you would have to use 2 things if you use Titan Hero class, though. Because I'm trying to only do 1 here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with this. Ogress, Stellaryx, Mana Link, both into green. This was one of the other ones I was talking about green as well. It's not the one from this week, but it's one of the other old week ones. I don't know, we'll just go for this for now. If we need to adjust, we'll adjust. It's not that big a deal. But anyways, hello everyone! Hello, oh wow, we already got Valraven. Hello Bill, hello Mark, hello Emanator, hello Koopsta. Hello Genki. Oh yeah, me, Genki, Isabel, and I believe Cookie will still be around. We're gonna be doing Power Roll tomorrow's stream. During the day. I think we're starting around 10. Yeah, we'll be doing it all day. We'll be having a lot of fun. If anyone wants to stop by. I believe Genki's also streaming on her channel if you want to stop by there. Hello Sushi Ninja, they'll be the same stream. Not sure which one will be more stable. Possibly hers, because I'll be the one actually hosting it. But I'm pretty sure. Oh no, was it that stable last time we streamed? I'm pretty sure it was. Hello Ricardo. Hello Chad. Hello Chris. Hello Tyrion. Hello Frank. Hello Sushi Ninja. Hello Jamie. Hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, we'll try the Rubraf in a little bit. I want to start with Stellaryx and then go from there. But we'll see how it goes. I didn't think about that. We have Explode at start of battle. That should make Stellaryx more than 20% mana start. Not much more. But more nonetheless. Wow, that's so much free mana. I don't know, does Rubraf normally get up to full mana just from the Explode? Because if that's the case, then maybe we could. It's just the mana difference between Stellaryx and Rubraf makes me almost want to run Tesla again like we were last time. I wanted to try to run something else. And I know this doesn't seem like something else because we were running Stellaryx for everything. But I actually didn't run Stellaryx for this last time. This might not seem like it's a different team. But it's actually a lot different than what we ran last time. Because last Bounty Hunter we ran Tesla. Whereas this time we're running Insta-Kill Dragon. So worst comes to worst, we just get Ogress up, cast, win. I don't know, seems like they're both going to be about the same speed. Does Rubraf one-shot the final fight? I don't even think Stellaryx does now that I think about it. We'll see how much damage it has once we get there. Because Rubraf has, what, like half the damage as Stellaryx, I think? It would definitely work, though. But at that point, I almost feel like I'd run Tesla. Because I'm pretty sure per cast, Tesla does more damage than Rubraf on the final fight. Not sure the exact math on that, but we could do the boost ratio for Tesla on that fight to figure it out if we really want to. The only problem is, no, actually Tesla is slightly easier to get full mana on. Not by much, though. Because Rubraf's what, like a 28 mana cost for 3 colors? Whereas Tesla is a 15 mana cost for 2 colors. So it would ultimately make her slightly lower mana cost. Not by much, though. Though she has no extra turn potential, unlike Rubraf. I don't know, we'll see what once we get there. But if we could just 2-shot with this, but Rubraf's like 3-shot, I don't think it's worth it. Assuming you have it, of course. Oh yeah, the Ruby Monkey Mask could work out pretty well too. That has a lot of extra turn potential and free gold. I keep not using it because I believe it's still money locked. It's the same reason I don't use Black Manacle Scythe. Yeah, isn't the Ruby weapon still money locked? I don't think we've had any of the 3 kingdoms rotate around yet. Yet alone one of them. But I'm pretty sure none of the 3 have actually rotated yet, which is kind of surprising. I keep checking it like every event week, thinking like, oh, is this the week? But if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe a single component of it has been available yet. And I try not to utilize or overutilize the money-locked weapons until they're actually, you know, available. Yeah, none of the kingdoms have rotated yet. That's so weird. Hopefully they'll rotate around soonish. It's the same reason I don't run Purple Scythe for, or, you know, Black Manacle Scythe for, Thursday. It's slightly better than Black Manacle in most situations, but, a lot of people don't have it yet. As it was like $7 money locked from the Kingdom Pass, whatever it was. Oh, I thought you mentioned Ruberaf, not the Ruby weapon. Oh, never mind. Yeah, the Ruby weapon would be really good. My bad. I thought you mentioned Ruberaf. Oh, okay. I saw Ruby and I just think Ruberaf. But never mind, that makes sense. My bad. Yeah, the Ruby weapon would be really good. I just try not to utilize it because honestly, I feel like more people have Stellaryx than the Ruby weapon. As weird as that may seem. I'm not sure if that's actually true. But, this is actually obtainable through, you know, normal means. Whereas the Ruby weapon has only been money locked so far. I feel like a lot of people skip on buying the Kingdom Pass. But then again, these days, honestly, the Kingdom Pass loot has been better than the Season Pass loot. Which costs almost twice as much. Because Season Pass at the bare minimum is like $10, and honestly, this season is horrible. This might be like the worst loot we've ever gotten for a season. The most redeeming qualities, we get like some yellow deed books and such. But beyond that... Hello, Lester! Hello, Jamie! Who knows hello to? Hello, Frank! Hello, Chad! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Bill. Hello, Isabel. Actually, wait, was Isabel here yet? Hello? Yeah, hello, Isabel. Did I not say hello to Isabel earlier? Over there. I'm really looking forward to this stream tomorrow. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I had a lot more fun than I thought last time we ended up doing the Power Road stream. Honestly, I haven't played games with people in like such a long time. I'm so isolated lately. Like pretty much since like pre-pandemic now that I think about it. I just never really bothered. Turns out gaming with friends is fun. Who could have guessed? I like never do it because I'm so antisocial normally. Stellaryx in bounties. Well, there's a lot of alternatives. Your best non-money option is Tesla. I literally used it last time. Actually, the reason I'm not using Tesla now is because we used it last time. I wanted to try something different here, this bounty hunter. And while we have been spamming Stellaryx for a lot of things, I haven't actually used it for bounty yet. But no, you can easily run with Tesla, which is decently cheap. If you need something even cheaper, you can run with Beatrix. There's a lot of things that create green. Actually, literally, his whole team basically creates green. Either indirectly or directly. But Beatrix is enough. It's pretty much free from just throwing shards at, gosh, the Deep Hive. Like, even if you don't have a Beatrix right now, you can have it before the end of the bounty weekend, and then use it for the bounty weekend. Like, if you had 0 shards right now, and you just did your daily, delves, you would likely have Beatrix before the end of the weekend to go do bounty hunter with. So that's pretty accessible. Because all you really need is Ogress fully traded, any bounty troop fully traded, and then the new guy fully traded. And these are all rare, so they're really easy to fully trade. That's all you need. You don't even need Beatrix fully traded. You don't need her cleanse. Ideally fully leveled, but fully traded for later. Monster Hunter 2025? I think I might get into Monster Hunter. We'll see. Isn't Monster Hunter basically Power World without Mons? I can start to see the appeal of that now. I still don't understand the endgame grind loop for Monster Hunter, though. Like, what's the main thing you're hunting? Like, after you've completed the game, and you're just doing stuff. Like, what's your main objective at that point? Because in Pal World, they don't even have endgame yet, and it's still pretty clear what your objective is. It's breeding and what would you call it? Gosh, why did I forget the other thing's name? It's breeding and shiny hunting. Or I should say lucky hunting is the word I was looking for. I'm not sure what the equivalent to that is in Monster Hunter series. Also, wow, does this tear apart the final fight? I didn't even realize we're at the final fight. You can't wait a year? Yeah, it's that far away, isn't it? Yeah, a year's a while. They said like 2025, not even like early 25, just 2025. It could be summer 2025. It could be holiday 2025. Oh, you know what they're probably waiting for? Though it's not a Switch exclusive, I wonder if they actually are waiting to release on the new Switch. I didn't even think about that when they initially announced the 2025. But that actually aligns to the higher power Switch. Because they probably want to tap into that market early. To be one of the first third parties like in on the new Nintendo Switch. So I wonder if they're doing that. Because the game I don't think has been announced for the new Nintendo Switch yet. Because the new Nintendo Switch hasn't even been announced. But I think that's what they're doing. I never even thought about that until just now. But that's a very suspicious year to just randomly drop. Like, why didn't they just drop, like, late 2024? Because they could probably have the game developed by then. But it's probably because they're trying to be one of the first, like, third-party games, like, big third-party games, that's supported on the new Switch. I'm willing to make a bet that's the case. Give it, like, half a year, it'll be announced. I think that's what they're actually doing. They'll probably still get the PC version if it comes out first. Whichever one comes out first, I'd probably do. Well, no, the PC version would run better. Even the higher quality Switch probably isn't good enough to run it, to be honest. It'll definitely run it better than the current Switch, but we don't really know the specs on the new one. And realistically, it's probably worse than the computer I have right now. Alright, so in that game, it's more so a gear progression. That makes sense. Yeah, it's something that Power World hasn't done too much yet. Power World does have a beer collection. It does have a... it does have a gear progression, but it's pretty linear. Like, there isn't really too much you can do with it. Obviously, it's still in early access and everything, so its gear progression will be, like, way more diverse later down the line. But it's pretty straightforward. Like, you go one piece, then you upgrade that piece, then you upgrade that piece, then you upgrade that piece, and now it's maxed. You know, it's very straightforward gear progression. It's not like some games where you have to think, like, before you go out on a hunt, like, oh, do I need this gear or this gear? Will this gear wear me down? Do I not have enough inventory to wear this other one? Power World's currently set up where you don't really need to prep in that way. I'm pretty sure down the line you will. The other game we were playing earlier today, like Old School RuneScape, you really have to prep out your inventory because inventory space is very precious. But it's something like Power World, you don't really have to care about inventory space too much, or even weight. Because most gear and everything else is light enough that doesn't really matter. You just bring all your gear simultaneously. And if you even need to switch it at all, you just simply switch on the fly. There's a lot of other games you have to, like, specifically gear up beforehand. And make sure everything is actually proper for what you're about to do. That's actually a genre I've never played before. Though I've played games that have elements of it, like Power World, but I've never played a looter shooter. I generally don't like shooter games, but I feel like looter shooters are like the one genre of shooter I could maybe get into. But I've never played a single one. I'm not even sure what games are in that genre now that I think about it. Like, I understand their gameplay loop, I just never really bothered because I'm not a big fan of shooters. I think there are things like Warframe, Destiny 2... I'm trying to think what else is in that category. But there's probably a few others. But I feel like that's a genre I could maybe get into. As far as, like, shooters are concerned. It's like one of the only few. Oh, I gotta take that one down. Where, this is Bounty Hunter? Yes, this is Bounty. I'm actually running something similar to what we did last time. Except this time we're running 100% Degraki-less. We're doing the Rush Method Bounty Hunter. Where you basically just one-shot the entirety of Bounty Hunter, or two-shot it depending on your option. Or multi-shot if you're depending on your option. And you go for 24 times instead of 30 times. But you get it done like 2 to 3 times quicker. It costs you like 300 more gems, but honestly, I think 300 more gems to save like half an hour plus is worth it. So we've been doing it lately. It's a little pricey for it, but you also save a blue orb. So it's not too bad. Yeah, we did something similar last week, except we did it with Tesla and kept it to Grokky. But this time we just dropped it to Grokky, went all in on Mana Link, and obviously we went Stellaryx. Which might seem like not a new team, but this is new. This is the first time I've ever ran Stellaryx for Bounty Hunter. And gosh, is it broken. Which is kind of to be expected, based on the balance or lack thereof on Stellaryx. You know what genre really needs a proper co-op? And the closest we've gotten was basically Animal Crossing. I feel like the Sims formula needs a proper co-op game. Like, imagine an entire town set in, like, Sims style. Where, like, 20 other people... Like, every single house you go to, if you were to, like, you know, take a car there or something similar in-game. Like, imagine if Sims, but every single house around you was an actual player currently actively playing. Could you imagine that? Obviously, each server would only have kind of be divided like how Sims is, where, you know, there's only like 20, 30 houses per area. But still, could you imagine something like that? It hasn't been done yet, to my understanding. Even something like Animal Crossing didn't really do that to that degree. But that'd be such a good game. Basically Sims, but proper multiplayer. Even Sims clones that are going to be coming out in the next few years, like Paralives, I don't think they're going down that route. They're still kind of going down the single-player experience. Simply just making it non-microtransaction and everything. Which is still going to be a great game, but it doesn't really do like the whole co-op town kind of thing. What am I taking here? You have like no good mana, but there we go. So hello, Maximus. Welcome, welcome. You only have Diamantina? Honestly, this would be perfectly fine with Diamantina. Though by that point, it might just be better to run Tesla. I was running with Tesla initially, with like Tesla Toguraki. We did that last week, and honestly, that worked out pretty well. I think Tesla Toguraki might be better than Diamantina here. Mostly because you have to double cast Diamantina, and getting the second cast is going to be kind of annoying. Not that we don't have to double cast Stellaryx, but you know, it kind of just full manas itself. Or skulls itself, or something similar, so it doesn't even matter. Wow, we're almost done with Bounty Hunter already. This is actually insane. We've been at this for, like, what, 15 minutes? Obviously the stream's been longer than that, but as far as us actually doing Bounty Hunter, it's been like 15 minutes. Like, we're killing like 3 a minute. Unfortunately, we won't have enough points tonight. We will have it tomorrow, though. Or Sunday. I forget exactly when this gets full points. I want to say tomorrow. So tomorrow night we should be able to finish out. Hopefully. Because by tonight we'll be at, like, what, 220,000, 210. And then we get another 6 tomorrow. Well, technically 4, but, you know, Val Ravens exist. I know, it didn't get full mana. Whatever shall we do? There we go, full mana. You'll finish with the 4 battles you get tomorrow? Yeah, I thought so. It seems like it based on how far we're getting right now. These 4 battles is 6 battles. 6 battles is like, what, 20-something thousand points? And that's assuming we want to get 6. We could get 8. I said, hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. Oh, that's a huge miss. Luckily, we have a backup mana accumulator that I'm not going to use because we don't even need it. The power of Elemental Star. Yeah, if we go 1 tier higher, we actually used to do that back in the day. Some days that we wanted to finish on Friday. But yeah, if you go 1 tier higher, you can always finish on day 1. It's not really worth it, though. It saves you a blue orb, and I did it some back when blue orbs were a lot more valuable than they are now. But in the current state of the game, that is definitely not worth doing. Blue orbs are worth almost nothing. Super late in the game. Not that they're completely useless, but their value is definitely way worse than they were like when Bounty Hunter first came out. Mostly due to Vault weekends. Speaking of which, I haven't actually opened any of the Vault keys from last Vault weekend. We need to start doing that soon. Since we won't have as much to do this Sunday, maybe we'll do it on Sunday for Easter. When we hand out all the codes. Because I do have the Easter code to hand out and everything else. So maybe this Sunday we'll start opening some of the keys and start slowly getting through them. We're sitting on like 300 something right now. Because obviously we went for 300 last campaign. Or not last campaign, last Vault weekend, I mean. When are we using shiny keys? You can technically use them whenever. I'm personally hoarding them for when they add legends and mythics. They mentioned when they first came out that they will likely add legends and mythics into the drop table. And currently there are no legends and mythics. So I'm kind of waiting at least at bare minimum until they initially do that. And probably even a little bit after that. Just to kind of gauge where everything is with it. But I'm mostly waiting on legends and mythics to be added to the shiny key drop table. Is what I'm holding out for personally. But honestly, the longer you wait, the better. The system is set up so newer players can catch up. And due to the shiny dust system, it is actually most strategic to wait for as long as possible to open your shiny keys. Like, we're talking years. Obviously, you can do it way earlier than that if you want to. But the most efficient way to use shiny keys is to never use shiny keys. And just hoard them until more and more shinies are in the game. Because the more shinies that are in the game, the less likely you are to max one. Because the current return on investment, once you finally have one maxed, is absurdly bad. To the point that the best strategy is just to wait until the drop table has like 100, 200 things in the drop table. And then start doing it. Like I mentioned when it first came out, that we're probably going to wait until like 25% of troops in the game have shiny before we start opening like mass opening shiny keys. Because it'd be best to wait until as many as possible are shinyable. So like 20-25% of total troops. Which means we're talking like 400 troops? Wait, hold up. That's a lot. Oh, no, not 400. We're talking like 300 to 400. Yeah, we're talking like 300 to 400 shiny troops. Before it's really worthwhile opening shiny keys. I think right now we have like slightly less than 100. That we're getting like another one every single week pretty much. Plus they might do bulk, you know, bulk where like 30 come in at once. Because that's how they initially came out. And if they ever do Legends and Mythic, something similar will likely happen. Where they add like 20 or 30 new ones all at once. Consisting of like 15-15 or 10-10 Legend Mythics. So 300 to 400 sounds like a lot, but honestly, we'll probably hit it by like a year or two from now. Because I was originally predicting like the first Max Star Kingdom would be in like 2024, 2025, probably closer to 2025. And we had them as early as 2023. And that was back in like 2021 or 2022, so things tend to rotate around a lot quicker than it seems. Even if it seems like it's going to take forever, they generally rotate around a bit quicker than it would seem otherwise. Alright, there we go. Yeah, 204,000, which means I need to get 46,000 tomorrow with effectively 8 battles, most likely. 8 battles is what? What's 8 times 4,800? Well, we can say about 5, 8, 40,000. Oh, will that be enough? That'll get me to 44,000. I would need another Valhawk, or Valraven, I mean. But yeah, we're going to be slightly short unless we get 3 Valravens tomorrow. But hopefully we will. Otherwise, not that big a deal. We'll get it done on Sunday. But there we go. Bounty Hunter basically done. Easy as that. Anyways, let's go into the code. Yeah, Bounty Hunter's basically done now. Obviously, we still have to do it a little bit more. Today's Friday, right? Okay, I'm down to my last 4 codes. Though I do have a few that Genki gave me earlier, but I'm trying to save them for next month in case I don't get new codes immediately. I'm trying not to dip into them yet. So I'll have that one for today, another one tomorrow night, and then we'll hand out 2 or 3 on Easter. Hand out every last code we have and maybe dip into the Genki code since it is a holiday after all. And that'll also be when we have the Easter code to hand out. We have the 2023 Easter pet to hand out. Unfortunately, it's last year's pet, but if you didn't happen to get it or need more copies of it, which I'm pretty sure almost everyone does need more copies of it, you'll be able to get it then. Because I'm pretty sure most people have that, unless you started your account in like the last half a year or something. Is that adventure board worth taking? No. We'll grab the pet food, but nothing specific. Okay, we gotta do PvP, which we were gonna do anyways, and gotta complete a delve, which does mean I do have to go out of my way to go do a delve, unfortunately. But that's not that big a deal. Oh, thank you, whoever just claimed the code for us. There we go. And give same loot as always, 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. Alright, next order of business. Let's go clear out basic dailies. Then we'll go clear out the 2 things we gotta do for the EXP thing. Which I guess is technically a daily. One of them was to go complete a delve, which unfortunately we do have to go out of our way for. And the other one's PvP, which we can easily get done during the PvP daily, so that one's not too big a deal. Nah, let's go do them. Since we're already doing adventure board, I might as well go do dungeon next. See if we can get a perfect. So far we got 2 guess the doors recently. Let's see if we can get a 3rd. We've been doing really good on guess the doors. Oh, come on, top 3? Aw, boo, we got webbed. Don't even get to guess the door. Ooh, that's a weird combination. Enchant web weakened. What a weird combination of things. I just keep forgetting this thing's in the middle there. Like, I still keep clicking it, but I always used to the traits being there. But anyways, what am I doing? Dungeon. Oh, this is the weird revive fight. Should be fine, though. I said, hello, Draco! Welcome, welcome. Alright, to cast or not to cast? Probably wait. Our gem spawn's still the same, but our damage up is obviously horrifically bad. There we go. Go down the Takshaka route for once. Oh, why'd I do that? The other one was already enough damage. Wow, I keep forgetting that. Even though Takshaka has, like, double true damage based on magic, because of it's not 3 times, it is actually, unless you're double tapping, the only time you'll do 1 more damage to a single unit when using Takshaka is if there's only 1 unit remaining. In every other situation, you still deal more damage with Stellarex. Even if there's only 2 enemies left, you're still doing more damage with Stellarex. Unless their true damage specifically will kill them. Alright, there we go. Alright, next thing. Let's go do the other objective because it's going to force us to, unfortunately. But let's click here. Not because we're accidentally trying to get to PvP, but because I actually want to come here for once. This is why I think one of the first times in a while I'm actually deliberately going to Underspire. I feel like every time I've done it in the last month has been me accidentally, or me going to PvP but accidentally clicking on Underspire. It's one of the few rare circumstances where me clicking that is actually me trying to get here. Because we gotta do 1 delve for today. I guess as you're progressing through the game, you come here a lot more often, but honestly, I've barely been going down to delves. Unless a new delve is coming out where we need to go get all the troops from it. I almost never click on the delve screen these days. Which is kind of sad, because there's like a whole game mode down here that I just ignore. As well as a whole daily system I just ignore. But you kind of can once you have most of them max or all of them max. Oh, an angel. Anything good? Aw, sad. I'll take it. That's 2.5 diamonds, but compared to what you can give, that's pretty lame. That 2.5 diamonds better than like some trait stones or something. How many tiers since did he buy? Oh, I bought 5. I think it's technically possible with 4. No, is it? No, I think you do need 5. Yeah, we did it with 5. And that way you only need to use 1 blue orb as well. So you do save a blue orb from doing it. So it's not even that costly either, because you do save a blue orb compared to doing 4. And it goes down like nothing. Like, that took us like, what, 20 minutes to do Bounty Hunter today? Give or take. I wasn't timing it down to the T. Obviously, we still have to do some Bounty Hunter tomorrow, but it won't take longer than like 5-10 minutes. Alright. Oh, but yeah, it really makes Bounty Hunter quicker. It's interesting how Bounty Hunter has evolved over the years. When Bounty Hunter first came out, it took like 3 hours to do with a team of 3. Like, you know, 3 Bounty Hunter troops and then 1 other one. Then for a while, the 4 meta came into the game. Back when it was possible to do 4. And now we're right back to the 3 meta. Where it's actually better to do 3 once again. It actually has come full circle. Because technically the meta right now is the meta when Bounty Hunter first came out, which is really, really funny. The difference is instead of using Yagway, we're using Stellarix or Tesla or any of the other broken things that exist these days. The Ruby weapon. Whereas back in the day, our best option was pretty much Yagway because all the red spammers and everything else that Bounty Hunter had. Like compared to what Bounty Hunter troops exist, because Ogress didn't exist. Obviously, a lot of the strong options that exist today. I don't even think Tesla existed at the time. Otherwise, we would have used that over Yagway. But nowadays, we have a lot more options than what existed back then. It's kind of funny how it went full circle at this point. The meta for Bounty Hunter today is the meta that it existed when it first came out. At least a strategy of running 3-1, where you run 3 Bounty Hunter troops with 1 non-Bounty Hunter troop. The only difference is the troop is not Yagway anymore. It's Stellarix or whatever your best really high damage, split damage is. Anyways, what am I doing? We did that, Did I do the dungeon? Yeah, alright, we just gotta do the PvP daily. And the rest of the time, I guess we have Underspire? I guess we'll run Underspire at the end. We're at the slightly annoying part of Underspire, though, where the battles are starting to noticeably take longer, even with Zolgoth team. The problem with the Zolgoth team that we're using right now, too, is we actually can physically lose. I almost wanted to trade out my weapon for an explodey weapon. Because it's not even doing that much more mana accumulation, and I kind of need it to not die because Zolgoth can keep backfiring so hard. But anyways, let's go do PvP. We actually clicked on the right spot for once. Oh, we got Brown today. I'm not sure if I want to go do Brown, though. We're currently in 3rd place by 1.5 miles. It is technically worth taking 2nd, but we're probably going to get 1st place loot regardless because so many people are not doing Bounty Hunter. I mean, are not doing PvP. So even though it says we're in 3rd, we're probably getting 1st or 2nd place loot. So we technically don't even need to go for it. Like last week we made 2nd and got 1st place loot. And we're currently 688, so there can't be that many people ahead of us in every bracket. We're probably top 1 in quite a few other people's. Alright, anyways. What should we go do? Are we going for yellow? No, yellow's too annoying. I think we go for purple. Or what was the other restriction that wasn't that bad? I think it was yellow. Wasn't it under yellow? Where's your magic gain? Isn't there a magic gain this week under yellow? We start battle with 6 extra magic. Where's the purple one this week? What was the team for purple? Oh, was it under brown? Oh, maybe I won't run that. 50% extra stats on is going to be too annoying. I'll just make it take too much longer. The whole point of taking it was quick. So you know what? I'm just going to take yellow then. We'll take yellow, clear these out, do 5 fights. And then with those 5 fights, we will go do... then we'll go do brown, I think. Or maybe I'll just stick with yellow, to be honest. Or do central. Because honestly, central's where it's at. If you're not taking the bloodthirsty location, you should almost always be doing central. Because what's happening is a lot of people with weaker teams are doing central, which is populating it with increasingly more weaker teams, which is leading to a perpetual cycle where middle is by far the easiest location to ever do battles. As because people are using weaker teams there, it's making the overall amount of teams weaker, allowing people to use even weaker teams, leading to a perpetual cycle that keeps leading to weaker teams. Whereas the other sections are leading to the opposite of that. Like pure yellow, everyone's running Stellarix Takshaka, so everyone needs to have Stellarix Takshaka to beat it. So it keeps power creeping closer to either this team, similar teams, or things that can beat this team. Or the submerge variants of it and such. So yeah, I think we're sticking with central. Because I'm willing to make a bet if I click on yellow right now, 2 out of 3 teams will be Stellarix or Takshaka. Honestly, all 3 will be. I'm willing to make a bet all 3 will be it. Whereas if I go to central, it's probably only going to be 1 of the 3. I'll call it now. Yellow will be 3 out of 3, and central will be 1 out of 3. Of like the ultra meta. At some point we'll win this fight. Surprised he didn't do more mana into himself. Come on, you're almost there. How did you miss? You still have 3 gems bomb. Alright. And dead. And dead again. And dead again. There we go. Wow, the fights felt like it took a while, but there we go. This is the really tanky one. Alright, let me see. So central. How many of these are the meta? 0? 1. There's a Takshaka. Alright, so only 1 is the meta, though it's barely even the meta. Like, that's like a half more than a 1. And let's see, I said all 3 of these would be it. So I said 1 for middle, and technically it's 1. It's more like a half, but it's technically 1. Is this 3? No, it's only 2. Well, this one does have Takshaka. So if that half counts as 1, this also counts as 1. So yeah, this one is 3 for 3. They all have Takshaka on it. Whereas, so I was right. Yellow is 3 for 3 and Central is only 1 out of 3. Because if this counts as 1 or a half, then the other one also counts as 1 or a half. So yeah, this one is 1 and this one is 3. Or yellow is 3. So yeah, we're sticking with middle. Because the overall concentration of meta is not as present here. Like, it's still here, but it's not here to the degree that it is everywhere else. Oh, so I should really switch to wand variant. Oh wait, I am. I'm just not using tank. Oh yeah, I'm using offense version of wand. Normally use defense version of wand to put wand in first slot. This team's using it more so for a backup. So we're still running like Rush Stellaryx, but we still have the wand just in case because we're going to need it for some fights. Whoa, do we just get back-to-back Valhawk? Is this going to be our first ever back-to-back-to-back Valhawk? Some people mentioned they got it earlier. I haven't seen it yet. But this is the luckiest we've gotten by far. It's the luckiest you could even physically get. We always got 2 Valhawks in 2 fights. Please, give me a third. That would be insane. Come on, back-to-back-to-back. Oh! We did it! Because the monolith fights don't count. They have 0% chance for Valhawk. We finally did it for the first time. We got perfect RNG PvP daily. That will not happen again for another 2 months. Yeah, we got perfect RNG. We ran 3 20% in a row. We won the PvP lottery. Oh, now we can see we've joined them. Okay, we can't say we're unlucky on PvP anymore. Though, actually, we got so lucky, I actually need to do more PvP. Oh no. We got so lucky on Valhawks, I actually got to do more PvP to do the daily. That's funny. Just because we got so overly lucky. That's really funny. I don't think that's ever happened. Or definitely hasn't happened to us yet. But, that's funny. We got triple Valhawk right at the start, but because we have a PvP daily, we still have to keep going. Not because we need Valhawk, but because I need the final little bit of glory. That's unfortunate. That's fine. Don't die, please. I know you're Stellaryx meta, but just let us win. Don't do it! No! Why? Why did I click on the Stellaryx team? Alright, fine. We'll click on non-Stellaryx. I'll click on Truffle Infinite Loop. That has nothing on Stellaryx these days. Oh, good. I don't think our pet has a thing active. Or guild, I mean. We had one right at the beginning of the stream, but, that means this one should be a pet activation. Nice. I don't think I need that, though. That should be a War Gear bonus, if I'm not mistaken. I think I already have it, though. Alright, that clears out that daily. Let's go check the pet now that PvP's done in 4 fights. Technically 3 if we didn't have the PvP daily. What am I doing? I'm going to games, I'm going to this, and I'm seeing if any copies of you. I do not. It is War Gear bonus, so I was right in that, but I don't need it. Alright, next. I think we just do Underspire now. I think that is officially everything. We got a perfect PvP sweep. Bounty Hunter's basically done until tomorrow. Pet Rescue I don't need. We're not going to get another one activated this entire stream. Yeah, I guess it's Underspire time. Oh wait, there's one mode I didn't do. I haven't done Journey yet. And the guild's still not done with it yet. So let me go do Journey real quick. Get our shininess so we get 1 lower mana cost. Fortunately, it's only shiny level 1, so the only thing that does is lower its mana cost from 14 to, or from 15 to 14. But, hey, that adds up. Occasionally I'll have full mana 1 turn earlier. Very rarely will that make a difference, but it makes enough of a difference to matter. Occasionally. Oh yeah, this team's really purple heavy. What is this board, though? This board is all over the place. I just want a single purple. How hard is that? Apparently very. So much we just killed a Valhawk with only, or Valraven with only skulls on a non-skull oriented team. Our Gemspawn's going crazy now that they actually have a few purples on their team. And of course now he has a 1 lower mana cost. Will that ever make a difference today? Probably not, but better than not having a 1 lower mana cost. Oh, we actually killed off a Fairy Fire there. That would not have been enough damage without Fairy Fire from Queen Titania. We actually got max points too, nice. That's why I'm running first slot Queen Titania. That's normally a slot you never use Queen Titania. But if we can get enough extra turns early on, it doesn't actually matter that she's in first slot. Which is what we're banking on. Or she'll just die like that, which is unfortunate. Oh, much we could do to avoid that. He has like 1 purple. That's not ideal at all. Hey, we actually got blessed for once. I don't think we're utilizing it for anything, but we got it. At some point, we won't miss with our attack. It will eventually happen this battle. There we go. Right at the end, it decides not to miss. Feels weird not being able to get the Fairy Fire, though. I was so used to it the entire fight, and it's like, nope, no Fairy Fire for you. Alright, back where we started at 4 fights. This should be the last time we need to do Bounty Hunter, too. Or not Bounty Hunter, Journey. Because I think we might have all the points by tomorrow night. But if we still need to, of course we'll do it. One nice thing about this weapon, too, is we don't have to worry about Submerge. It double taps, but if there's only 2 remaining, it doesn't count as AoE. Because it counts as hitting first 2 enemies, which is not all enemies at the same time, even if it's hitting all enemies at the same time. Anything that says to target specific enemies don't actually get Submerge locked out. Only things that like do split damage or hit everything at once or similar. Even if they're only hitting a smaller amount of targets. But the same can be said for things like this. Even though this is hitting 2 targets, if there's only 2 remaining, it does not get Submerge blocked. Because it's specifically hitting the 2 enemies, it's not actually hitting everything in a way that it gets countered by Submerge. It's one of those kind of weird quirks about Submerge. Is if you think on it as, on face value, there's a lot of instances it should trigger where it doesn't, and a lot where it does where it shouldn't. But simply checking if the ability normally would be considered an AoE option. And if it is, it gets blocked, and if it's not, it doesn't. Which means even if your thing is working in a way that it seems like Submerge will block it, it doesn't actually do it a lot of times. Like Doomed Volge. It's one of the reasons why Yagoi was pretty good too. Is Yagoi ended up coming out around the time when I think Submerge was starting to surface. So, he had a double tap pretty similar to how this Doomed Volge works. So he was able to bypass all the Submerge. It's one of the reasons he was actually really popular. That and Yagoi Queen Titania combo was really popular back in the day. It's still viable to this day. Compared to how much power creep we have, it's definitely not too usable, but it's definitely can be used. Like, it's definitely not as used as it would be back in the day, but still a pretty solid team. Yagoi Queen Titania combo. Nowhere's near its peak usefulness, but it's still pretty high up there as far as viable teams are concerned. It's also still a really strong no mythic combo, which is, for the longest time, was actually the biggest benefit it has, and still to this day the biggest benefit that it has. It's a really strong duo combo that doesn't use any mythics. I know, we lost 1 point from that fight somehow. We were 1 turn too slow, oh no. Really? That was 1 turn too slow? I'm pretty sure you eventually just get a brick walled where every single battle will be too slow with how the bounty troop works these days. Because if that battle was already starting to get too slow, there's something wrong. It's one of the things that shows they definitely have to tweak how this mode works. Because that was not too slow. Like, I'm not sure how quick it wants me to win. Because every turn you do counts as a turn. It's not just how many turns your enemy has. Every single turn that goes by, theirs or yours, is a turn progression towards the scoring system. So giving the enemy any amount of turns is detrimental. But even you taking multiple turns, even us taking a 5 times purple from the board counts as a turn with how the system works. Oh, also, us losing a troop might have been the reason we lost a point. Oh, never mind. I think that was what it was from. I was going to say, it didn't seem like we went too slow. Never mind. Wait, did he get 3 for 3 on PvP as well? That's nice. Yeah, that's really lucky. I heard someone mentioning it like about a week ago, and today was the first day we ever got it done. To do it, you have to roll 3 20% in a row. What's the percent chance on that? What's the math on that? 3 20% in a row. My brain can't do math at the moment. Let's see. Well, that's a 1 in 25. It's a 1 in 125, right? If I did the math right. It's a 1 in 125 chance. Means once per month, approximately. Or once every 4 months. You will get a perfect PvP like we did today. Which would explain why we're starting to see so many people start to get it after about a month. These 1 in 4 people should have gotten it within a month. But yeah, if I did the math right, it's a 1 in 125 chance to get a perfect PvP day. Which is roughly once every 4 months. But we got it after, what, a month? So we got on the luckier side. So see, our PvP luck's not too bad. We got on the luckier side of getting a perfect PvP day. But yeah, by this point, about 1 in 3 people should have seen a perfect PvP day. Oh no, actually Valhawk's only been out for a couple weeks. So yeah, about 1 in 4 people should have seen a perfect PvP day by now. Assuming everyone's doing PvP every single day. Obviously, if you're not, then that data will not be correct. But of the people who do PvP every day, 1 in 4 of them should have seen a perfect PvP by now. Where you get triple Valhawk in a row. And by that, I mean immediately triple Valhawk. But I guess triple Valhawk at any point is still pretty impressive. Though the chance of that is higher than that. Alright, there we go. Alright, nice. Let's see. How close are we? Never mind. We actually are going to have to do tomorrow night's fight. But that'll probably be the last we need to do for that. Take tribute. Alright, only one thing left. It's be Underspire time. Honestly, the more Underspires we have, the more... Also, I just lost connection. As I'm rambling on about this game mode. It doesn't want me rambling on it. But I feel like this game mode is starting to overstay its welcome on a given week. Because on an average week, what do we spend? Like 4 hours on Underspire? Like, it's not a short duration of time. Especially on more annoying weeks. Like, I still enjoy it a lot. I still find this a lot of fun. Like, the overall structure and everything for Underspire. I just feel like its duration is a little too long. Like, it'd be a lot nicer if it was like 4 floors instead of 6. But the same loot as if you had 6 floors. Well, technically 7 if you count the, boss room at the end. The biggest issue with it, though, is mostly on weeks where your team comp is horrific. Like, this week's not that bad. We have access to Zolgoth, as well as that other dragon if you have it. For the earlier battles. But there's been a lot of weeks lately where your team is just impossibly bad. And I think I almost might start skipping those weeks. If we have such a horrifically bad week for Underspire, I might start skipping them. Just because I'm not sure if it's worth it, if it's going to take us like 5+ hours to finish it out. Like, if we can get it under 3 each week, it's not that bad. But any week where it's going to be like 4, 5, 6 hours, I don't think it's worth it. One less dead end on the floor. Yeah, that would help too. Just less dead ends in general. But more loot when you find dead ends. Like, I would love if every dead end was a loot room. Like, every dead end that isn't the shop should be a loot room. That'd be a great improvement to be able to get the troop as well. Because we've been doing this every single day since it's come out pretty much. And we're only at 2 out of 6. And I'm pretty sure you can get duplicates. Oh, I should have taken that red first. Whoops. But yeah, we're only at 2 out of 6. After multiple months of doing it every single day. Like, the grind's literally going to take 2 years. 2 years of doing Underspire weekly. Or technically daily at that point. Let's see. It gives a ton of great loot along the way, though, but... Slightly too long, and the chance of getting all the legends is slightly too low. You still have 0, yeah, and there's still a lot of people with 0. Even after doing it a ton. I didn't even double check on alignment. I just knew we'd get something. Apparently not enough, though. So I love the troop art for that one legend. I feel like he never gets used, though. Oh, I just realized. I thought we were really behind for a second. Today's Friday, not Saturday. I just got scared for a second. It's like, wait, are we that far behind? But then I just realized today's not Sunday. I mean, Saturday, I mean. It is Friday. So never mind. We're fine. We're fine. All is safe. It's not that bad. Because for half a second there, I was thinking, wait, it's already Saturday? But no, it's Friday right now. My sleep schedule's still been horrific, by the way. I have not recovered from the 1 hour shift. It might still be another week at this rate. He just died to Skull Reflect. Luckily, losing troops in this game mode mean nothing. So I just realized, I think I overbought torches today. But at least we'll have more for dead-end rooms. Because we're almost in final floor, especially if this is the right path. Even if this isn't the right path, we're not actually that far behind. Oh, I should have taken the green first, oh well. Oh, that just died. Let's see, what do we need here? We have brown to purple, so we'll go for that to get that. We didn't take the other one. Get all that going. He'll poke us with that. That's fine. Get rid of you. Actually, why am I leaving the gargoyles for last? That's the thing most likely to kill us. I'm leaving them alive as if they're not going to just completely obliterate us. It was because I was partially damaging him, so I was like, oh, we'll just let him chip down then. And do it that way. Alright, unfortunately, we found the merchant. Wait, did I just find a 4-off merchant? I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, 4-off merchant. Oh, so those keystones are still so absurdly expensive. Alright, what do we need here? Do I have convert? No. Is it worth doing? No. How about now? No. How about now? How's it still no? At some point, we'll be able to do a turn. I don't understand how there's so much brown and purple, but they're nowhere near being usable due to where they are positioned. Oh, that's a huge miss. Yeah, I need to go trade this out for a summoning weapon. We're getting too deep to still be using this team. We'll still be using double Zolgoth, but I gotta go for the safe resummon. We're starting to take far too much damage from Zolgoth. Our own Zolgoth is killing us too hard. He's in a situation like this happens, and this is really bad for our survival. Yeah, I think it's finally explodey weapon time. Which ones do we even have access to in Karkaroff? We have to have something. Karkaroff explodey weapons. Go to here, type in explode. It also needs to have resummon. It can't just be explodey weapon. Oh, I guess we're running this. We have one option and one option only. It's called Old Magnus Staff. Explodes a bunch of purple and grants a random status effect to our entire team. Then summon a Karkaroff troop. The biggest issue with it is it uses red-blue. Which I see why I didn't build a team out of this earlier. Because the color on it is horrifically bad. But I think we need it to not die. So we're going to roll with it. I'll go like purple-red, I guess. Let's do purple plus 1 red minus green, sure. We'll use the new Midnight banner. Or Nightmare Circus banner, I mean. Which is from the Midnight Kingdom. It's the faction of the Midnight Kingdom. Alright, what do we need here? Do I have convert? Yes. So we'll do that. Get our mana. Go down Zolgoth on you because you're definitely the biggest threat. Now you're the biggest threat. Get our explode. You explode all purple, which honestly isn't that bad at all. Get our Zolgoths up if we need to summon. We would have gone summon. We get a random status effect. Sometimes that will actually do something. Though not today. And almost dead. Burn will kill it. Or Skull. Skull too. Alright, that's way better. And if Zolgoth in first slot dies, we just resummon him immediately. Alright, we got a system going now. And this will help us when we go to the final floor where they're actually tankier and everything. Because we're definitely going to die a ton. That's the big issue that Zolgoth has. Even though he scales well to higher level range, Catharic's Iron Gut can actually be better a lot of times. And the main reason being is because you don't have to worry about the whole skulls backfiring kind of mechanic. Like, yes, you still have to worry about Catharic's ability backfiring, but you don't have to worry about it to the same degree that you do with Zolgoth, where missing with skulls just obliterates your whole team because the enemy gets so much more value than you from the skulls. Like, it's still a concern, but it's not as big a concern with Catharic's missing. Like, his miss is still detrimental, but nowhere near as bad as his Zolgoth miss. So I would love to have a turn. I'm waiting on Catharic's, or not Catharic's. I'm waiting on Takshaka to create mana at the start of every turn, and they keep wondering, where's my mana? As we don't have a single one on our team. I'm starting to get too dependent on that mechanic. I'm just expecting after every turn, like, oh yeah, we're going to get full mana. Well, so that was a very small section. We only had a merchant that was 4 off, and then a room that was 4 off. I don't think I've ever seen this before. No dead-end rooms, unless you count that. No dead-end rooms, double 4 off. Merchant was 4 off, and this was 4 off. I think I've only seen this one other time. And it was when it was completely surrounded by other rooms. We had like a really congested layout that was in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by a bunch of other rooms, surrounded by a bunch of other rooms. But, you haven't seen this in a long while. A double 4 off. 4 off merchant and 4 off boss room. No dead ends. Unless you count that 1 off as a dead end. Doesn't really count, though. So no dead end rooms even possible to try to get the new troops. And this is the problem with them, too. Like, we're trying to get dead end rooms so we can get them, and this section literally has 0. They don't even have the possibility of dead end troops. Let alone actually getting what we need from them. Hopefully it's something they'll tweak in the future. Because I really do feel like Underspire needs that tweak. Because it's just a bit too unrealistic how long it takes, especially if you get RNG'd out. Like, you can actually consider that grind like a 3-year grind in the game. And while some grinds in Gems of War obviously take a while, I do feel like the amount of time that Underspire takes is just too high. Not even like it's week to week or day to day time, but I mean like it's full completion time to get all troops. Because they're actually needed to upgrade kingdoms and everything. You had a merchant boss room split. Oh yeah, I've seen that twice or 3 times now. Those are also pretty rare. Where your merchant and boss room are on the exact same double side. Where you get a double room split that goes straight into both merchant and boss as your options. I got that like 3 weeks in a row and basically haven't seen it since for some reason. Like, we didn't see it for forever. Then we got like, within a single month we saw it 3 times. And then after that I still haven't seen it since. But yeah, that can happen. It's relatively rare though. But it is a possibility. Our summon is so horrifically bad. But a meat shield's a meat shield. The only big issue is he's really blocking my mana right now. And we already don't really cover that many colors to begin with. And him blocking them makes it even worse. Hey, an Ancient Horror! Hey, he did something useful. Honestly, that was more useful than anything he did otherwise. He 25%ed an Ancient Horror on himself. Oh gosh, Gargoyle Gems. No, don't do this. I don't have Match Destroy. Don't do it! You're gonna make this battle take forever! Where's the move? Am I blind? It's like one option. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can move Gargoyle Gems. I'm not sure why for a second I thought that you were unmovable. Look at how few options there are. We just got 2 shuffles within 3 turns. There are that few options left on the board. Another really useless summon. Explode a gem. Either side, Entangled Web. Oh, that's so weird. I remember when it came out. That's such a weird ability. That serves almost no purpose. Alright, we'll throw that down. Hopefully Skulls will kill it. Of course not, but that will. Oh, nope, never mind. You have score reduction apparently. Wait, do you? Yeah, 50%. I guess that would explain it. Oh yeah, he's one of those Skull spell mixes. At some point we'll get a good summon. Though in all fairness, Carecroft doesn't have that many good summons, which would explain why we're not getting any good summons. It's because there's almost nothing for it to pull from that are even remotely usable. Unless it does like a Zolgoth or something. Or green slime. There's a few okay ones in there. They are far and few between. Honestly, I kind of want him to bait out just taking skulls, and then after we do our first Zolgoth, just deliberately let it die so he's not blocking my mana. Because I actually do need Zolgoth to die pretty early on in the battle. Because right now he's blocking my mana. I need him to be dead. He's blocking my red and blue, because if he was dead right now, I could just take this for full mana. He's currently blocking, so we can't do anything with it. And now he's going to die right before he gets full mana. Not quite. Skull would have done it there. Yeah, the longer he keeps surviving, the more he's blocking mana. Which is not ideal. As long as he never dies, it also works. The problem is him dying right when he saps up like 32 mana of blocking. But if he actually lives the whole time, then it doesn't actually matter. It's only a big issue if he dies right when we're about to cast him. Like right now we need him to die out. Perfect. The strategic death. Now we resummon. This guy actually used to be good back in the day, as sad as that may sound. Back before he even had a boost ratio. And especially once he got a boost ratio. But there was a point when Warlock was actually a viable troop. He was never the meta. But there was a time when like he was actually physically used. For a reason other than he randomly got summoned on your team. Because he did, I believe, always have his purple removal. I don't think he used to have his boost ratio for it, but he did always have the purple removal. So in some metas in the early on in the game when purple was really relevant, he would get used to counter purple. I just denied every color we need. I need those purples. I keep wondering why we keep getting to this point. Why is every single troop we come across score reduction? Not helping much. I need a purple convert of the ones I just denied for no reason. I'm not sure why I went for it. Summon curse 2 random enemies, summon a random mystic. That is so bad. Oh wait, this came out this week. I was wondering like, wait, why don't I recognize that troop art? It literally came out on Monday. Oh, you have a durability gain. Yeah, am I really about to just wait until this guy gets full mana? That wasn't my intention for this battle, but it's about to be what happens. Alright, there we go, finally. What a weird fight. Yeah, that guy literally came out this week, that useless troop. Alright, where are we? 198 or 193? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 door. Okay, we're not up against the wall yet, though that is the wall right over there. So if anything goes right, it's probably not the right way. Because it's going to get walled off. But then again, there is enough for it to reach the corner, so it could still be. But we'll find a door and then figure out what we're doing from there. But first we must find door. Nice, he didn't go for it. He got extra turn distracted. That's one nice thing about frozen enemies. They actually tend to prioritize taking an extra turn even when they're frozen on it. Just to deny you from taking the extra turn. What tier for bounty? 24? Oh, we ended up going for tier 5. And then this did a 3 rush team the whole time. So hello, Sushi Ninja. Welcome, welcome. It's basically overpowered peasant. Wait, which troop is overpowered peasant? We'll try for Skull from Sky. I don't need the mana, but in all fairness, I barely need any of these manas. Because anything I take there is just going to get denied. That's the only big issue with first slot Zolgoth here. After he casts once, we're basically just waiting for him to die every time. It's way better to wait for him to die than to do mana into him. I know Karkaroff has good troops. Can you summon any of them? We've gotten a random Karkaroff troop. Every single one has been abysmal. In all fairness, there's like a 90-something% chance there'll be an abysmal option. But at some point, he has to give us something good. Like, we can get Zolgoth from that summon. You can literally just resummon our Zolgoth that died. It's not going to, but it can. It is physically possible for it to do so. It actually doing so is more so the issue. You're just like, what, 20, 30-something Karkaroff troops? It's like less than a 5% chance. But hey, there's still a chance. It's just very low. I think we have exactly enough to make it to door. And then tomorrow we probably make it to boss room. And then Sunday we basically just dead end hunt or finish the boss room if we somehow didn't finish it tomorrow night. That's what we the game plan. Anyways, does anyone else have any other questions anyone want me to go over? Otherwise, as soon as we clear out that other fight, I'll probably be calling it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always. You know the drill. However, during all day tomorrow, we will be streaming Palwald. And we'll be doing it with Isabel. We'll be doing it with Genki. I believe she's streaming it too if you want to watch it over there. We'll both be streaming it. And Cookie will also be there, I think. Cookie's not here right now, but I'm pretty sure he'll be there tomorrow. If not, then it'll be me, Isabel, and Genki. I'm pretty sure Cookie's still showing up. Yep, see you tomorrow morning. I think we still have one fight left. I did the outro a little early. Still have this fight to go do. I should have done the outro right now. I forgot. We still have a whole fight to go do. And it's against a Doom, so I can't even insta-kill it. We're still here another 5 minutes. Alright, let me get rid of the most annoying thing. I probably shouldn't have done that yet because he's going to die before we could do anything, any value from it. Oh, come on. Come on. Nice. We actually got value from it for once. Alright, you will kill with normal skulls. Or I can Zolgoth into you still if I can get it off. Come on. Nice. No! He died with full mana. That's exactly what you want to try to avoid. That's the exact issue that this team has. Alright, well, now we got no mana for a while. It'll be hard to get it back. But eventually we'll have enough. Don't you dare die to enough, Mark. Don't even think about doing it. Oh, Alkalite. Alkalite used to be meta back in the day for Browns. You used to have one less brown gem spawn too, if I'm not mistaken. It also didn't used to do a random skill. I think it was only brown accumulation. I don't even think it had random skill back in the day. Like way back in the day. Also, I'm trying to mana accumulate with this weapon, but honestly, I think we're losing more mana than what we're getting because we're barely using any colors. Hero dying to Death Mark right now could actually be beneficial because he's blocking my Zolgoth so much right now. He's casting it's actually less mana than not casting it at all. And I can't use this because nothing on my team uses brown. There we go. Random skull kill. And that's where we're at. We're right at the door of the final thing. And of course, it's right next to the other door. Oh, how much you want to make a bet? We have a triple stack. I'm going to go up tomorrow. And we're probably going to go boom, 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 and get a triple stack there. Or boom, 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 boom. And have like a cube of ball stores right over there. Wait, isn't that the wall? Wait. Isn't that against the wall right now? Oh, wow. We're really wall locked. Wow, we almost got a vertical line from bottom to top. Look at that. I think that's as far as you can go downwards. And we just got a vertical line straight up. I've never seen this before, especially since you normally start all the way to the left. We basically had a straight line to the right for the most part. A little bit of curves here and there. And then just a straight line up. Like it curved slightly downwards, downwards, downwards. So you can see where the doors are. And then just goes up, 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 up. It's probably going to go up even further. At least one room, if not multiple. It's probably going to go like boom, 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 boom or something. But it can't go any further than that because that's the wall. I'm going to make a bet. That's the boss room right there. How we're going to get there, I don't know. Well, obviously that way. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a path that leads to a boss room right there. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Have a wonderful Easter if I don't see you by then. We will still be streaming on Easter night. But aside from that, we will be streaming all day tomorrow. And our normal Gems of War stream at the same time as always, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, as we do every night, including on Easter, including tomorrow. And on Easter, we'll have a special Easter code to hand out as well. And maybe we'll do a little bit of celebrating, open some vault keys, have a little bit of fun. And of course, don't forget to claim the free thing in game as well on 2 days from now, not tomorrow, but the following day, of course. On Easter itself, we do get the free one. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.